Hey everybody, here's one of the limo buses. It just dropped a little, I don't know how old he was. It looked like he was 4 years old, maybe 5. Jumped out with his little backpack and his mom's waiting for him in the lobby. These international schools are not cheap. I'm gonna jump on, I think this is my guy, and head over to O'Shea's. We're having a little meetup today. Yeah, I'm gonna try to have a few more little subscriber meetups. Different people I'm grateful watching my channel want to get together, have a drink, say hello. So if we can get other like-minded people together, exchange tips and ideas, all the better. This is my street, Sukhumvit Soi 26. Beautiful tree-lined street, I love it, in the Prampong area. And we're coming up. This is the Kram building off to the right, kind of fancy and expensive. Oh, we might be blocked by these cars, but there's a brand new food court right here on the right. The chapter market. I really like it. All kinds of food options in there. Thai food, of course, pizza, fish and chips. It's just a fun little place. Somebody left a comment that it was expensive, and yeah, I mean, welcome to Bangkok, welcome to 2024, I guess. Some people still are looking for a 40 baht beer in Bangkok, and that's just not going to happen. You can go down to Pattaya and get 60 baht San Miguel's all day long. That same beer will be 120 or 140 here in Bangkok. It is what it is. But the rent is probably 10 times more. And I could easily make this walk, but I'm running a little late and wanted to get there. Told people I'd be there around 4. It's about 15 till 4. So I don't want to show up late to my own party. Not that it's a party, it's just a little get together. No traffic on Sukhumvit here. It may be faster to walk over there. I want to start having more of these meetups, at least once a month, maybe 2. Again, just to get together, and the impromptu get-togethers I've had in the past, good friends have been made, both with myself and other people hooking up with another expat buddy. It's easier to get through this transition over here with friends, learning from each other's experience, not so much bad advice you might get off a Facebook group from somebody who may have opened a bank account 15 years ago and he's busy, or she, waving their finger at you that you're doing it wrong today. It's probably best to get that intel from somebody that just opened a bank account 2 weeks ago. I mean, I could tell you what I did 3 years ago or whenever it was. That's not gonna do you any good in 2025. Much less some guy on Facebook who opened his bank account 2005. Yet he has all the answers. And if I make comments that I'm not a fan of Facebook, it's for good reason. I mean, there's some good people on there, but it's basically a big train wreck. If you want to live in Bangkok, this is an amazing city. If you say that on Facebook, you have 25 people tell you're an idiot. Things cost 100 times more, and yeah, for good reason. It costs more to live in a major metropolitan city than it does a small town, if that small town's in the US, Australia, or in Thailand. But it seems to get confusing to people when it's Bangkok. I guess it's supposed to be the same Thai price in Bangkok or some small rice growing community. But when the price of my rent is $500 or $600 US in this beautiful city, and you could get away with $400 US, I'm not really complaining. And wishing to go off somewhere where it's $200, that's not a big deal. And if my beer is going to cost one whole US extra dollars, I don't know. If that is a major concern in life, This is fine right here. Yeah, I'll get off right here. All right, cup and crap. Thank you so much. Yeah, if that extra buck is a major concern in life, maybe you shouldn't be retired. I don't know, just my 2 cents. Go back and figure out how to earn an extra $100, and that takes care of that for the next year. Look at this beautiful car. That guy's an idiot for buying that Lamborghini. I paid $1,000 for the car I have. Of course, this Lamborghini's broken down in traffic. Oh my gosh. Tell me this motorbike didn't hit the back of that Lamborghini. Well, it's not really a motorbike, but I think he did. There's 2 or 3 people hanging out here, all on their phones. Not good. If you're going to get in an accident, that is not the car you want to bump into. Anyhow, enough of the negative talk. I love Bangkok. Of course, it's going to cost a little bit more than living in other parts of Southeast Asia, other parts of Thailand. But for me, it is 100% worth it. You'll have to make your own decision. This is Sukhumvit, so 33.5. You'll find the Robin Hood pub. And we are going right there to O'Shea's. We'll see who shows up. About 10 people have RSVP'd, and maybe another 10 will come. I'm not sure. So I might take it upstairs to the picnic tables and the 5th floor rooftop bar if we don't fit in the larger table down below. But come over here to O'Shea's. Happy hour all day Monday. It goes till 7 p.m. every other day. Really good food every day. I think tonight, what is today? Wednesday. I think it's Australian meat pies and a pint for like 300 baht or something. Again, I know, amazing. 10 US dollars, that's crazy. I eat 40 baht street food twice a day, and that's it. Then again, I'm not going to eat street food every day. Hey, and here's my new buddy, Steven. Steven or Steve?
Steve.
Steve from Arkansas. Yeah, he's out here. Hopefully we'll get him to move out here soon. He stopped by, had a beer, but he's got to go. Hey, man, good meeting you.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, take it easy. And a good bunch of guys. Everybody showed up. So we're having a pretty good turnout here at O'Shea's. Thanks for everybody for coming out. We'll be having more meetups. Hey, what's going on? It's the next day. I've kind of lost my voice. That was a good party over at O'Shea's. Thanks for everybody that turned out. I showed up, about 3:45 and got out of there at 11:30. I only had 5 or 6 beers, but I pretty much lost my voice in proper Irish pub style. We were pretty much having to holler at each other for, a good 3 or 4 hours. Then we moved up to the rooftop bar up on the 5th floor. So good times. I'm going to schedule more of these. I don't know. I'm trying not to get too scheduled in life, but different bars or little rooftop areas around town, restaurants, whatever it is, come check out a new spot, especially if you're a new person coming into town. It might be some little spot on a hidden side soy that you might have walked by in the past. So yeah, keep an eye on the community forum section, I guess. If you're not a subscriber, it doesn't cost anything. Go ahead and click on there. Maybe, I know a lot of guys say turn on that notification bell and get an alert every time I put out a video. I'll say the opposite. Turn it off, in my case anyhow, because I'm going to put out a video every other day, sometimes every day. It's just a hobby of mine, and yeah, I don't want to annoy you. So go check out 3 or 4 videos when you're stuck at the DMV or waiting to get on a plane. The guys hard at work next door at the Four Wings Hotel, cleaning up the concrete, manning their brooms. It's nice to see how the Thai folks, including my condo grounds here, just take such a pride in keeping up the area. Even a little bit older building. I think my building was built in '95, I think. And it's funny to call that an old building, but it's a medium old building, I guess. I'm sure there are some buildings around from the 70s and 80s. But the Thai way is leaning more towards the brand new buildings, less than 5 years old and all. That's not my building, but that's fine. It's built solid. I cannot hear a neighbor above me. I doubt if they can hear me walking around. That suits me fine. Plus, it's 52 or 54 square meter. Just put a nice paint job on the place. Nice corner unit, pool on the, 6th floor? No complaints. I've also mentioned a bunch of times, you can shoot me an email, eagerexpat@yahoo.com. It's up in the search bar. Let me get out of the way here. I've mentioned I pay 19,000 baht. I got a bit of a deal, and I'm going on, I'm basically doing a 3-year lease. I'm in the middle of it, and I pay the rent every 6 months. I want to say they wanted 22,000 baht, and we arranged on 19 with those terms. But even if you could get a room over here at 25,000 baht, this is the Condo 1X building in Phrom Phong. Anything in this section of town is an easy walk to everywhere. I'm gonna walk over to Via Market in the K Village. It is where you see that truck right there, heading in that direction. An equal distance, maybe call it 8 minutes to K Village and the Big C. Plus there's a Lotus on Rama 4. If I were to go in the direction of these cars, I'd be at Sukhumvit and the Phrom Phong BTS in 8 minutes. And this is looking down Soi 26. Sukhumvit's at the end. I have a motor taxi stand here on the left. If I'm feeling lazy or running late, 20 baht. It'll get me down there in 1 minute. The only issue with this condo is right here where the yellow stripes are. It floods. So during a busy, heavy rainstorm, there will be a foot of water there. It's kind of hard to avoid flooding around town. You might do your due diligence and not have a condo area that floods. But you know, where are you going? When you leave the condo and go meet buddies at XYZ, I had a nice dry condo area, non-newt, and going to the on-newt BTS, I had to go through 1.5 feet of water, just the half a kilometer walk over. So yeah, I mean, that's always a big discussion on avoiding a flooded soi. And yeah, some sois, mainly up by like Don Muang Airport, some of those will be 3 feet underwater for 2 weeks at a time. This particular little area here, it will flood and oftentimes drain away in an hour. Maybe it'll stay flooded all day if it rains for 3 days straight, but that's a little more unusual. The rain, even during the rainy season, usually kicks in at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and it's done by 8 p.m. What I'm getting at is, don't drive yourself crazy trying to find the perfect condo. I mean, nothing is going to be perfect. You'll do your shopping and make the best decision, and then whatever, you find out there's a welding shop right down below your building and they're grinding away. It just kind of is what it is. Worst case scenario, most condo leases will let you break the lease. You're going to sacrifice the first and last month deposit. However you want to look at it, you pay 3 months to move in. If you break a lease, and most of us don't want to do that, you know, we sign a lease and we'll see it through. But if you absolutely have to get out of there, give everybody plenty of notice, and they're going to keep that 2 months, and that's just the price of doing business. But hopefully that's less than $1,000. I'm not trying to pass out lease advice, but most leases work that way. All mine have, and I've been sitting around talking with my buddies, and they say their lease works the same way. What I'm getting at is, you don't automatically owe the 12 months that you might say in the United States. You sign a 12-month lease and need to bail out of there in 2 or 3 months, you're probably going to get sued or for the remainder of that lease. Not so much over here. And my buddy John and I, we keep talking about this paella house. It says, tapas and wine bar. We still need to get in there and check it out. This Soi 26, I'm sorry, I've still lost my voice from last night. It has so many great dining options. There's even and I don't even know where it is. There's a fancy Michelin star, 1-star restaurant that was just raised to a Michelin 2-star. Here on Soi 26, it's Thai food. I think you have to make reservations at least 1 month ahead of time, and they only put them out 1 day a month, and it's a set menu. I can't remember. I want to say, yeah, I can't remember. I want to say 12,000 baht a person, set menu. So check it out. If you're into the fine dining, there are plenty of Michelin star options. Well, I don't know about plenty, but there are many Michelin star options around town, not to be confused with Michelin Guide. You'll see different street food stands with, thumbs up from the Michelin Guide on our little chicken stand. They're our one or two. Is it Jay Phi? She is the famous crab omelet street lady. Again, I think that is about a $20 or $25 US crab omelet, but it's, I don't know, 3 crabs worth of meat stuffed in that omelet. I've never had it. It's on the list. And this is looking down the other part of Sukhumvit Soi 26. It kind of goes in an S-turn. Way at the end of this street is Ramapur. Light traffic today. This is kind of a busy thoroughfare. There's only so many options to get from Ramapur over to Sukhumvit. Higher end Indian restaurant, Indus, I-N-D-U-S. And that is Soi 26. If you go straight ahead, you'll hit the big C at Ramapur. This is K Village where I'm heading, but I'm heading to the other corner of the complex. So just to mix it up, I'm going to walk over on this little street. I'm not even sure if it's another part of Soi 26. Goes down and takes a right, and there's a bunch of Japanese restaurants. I forget what it's called. There's a big sign. There's a Japanese bakery. Real nice little spot. Right here on the corner is a restaurant called, I think it's Loyrom, L-O-Y-R-O-M, and it says Nordic cuisine. And just above that is the Bangkok Music and Dance Academy. And the Iron Fit gym is up there on the 2nd floor. It just moved. It was a little closer to my home down on 26. It's in K Village now. There's a maternity store, Mother Care. There's a pet store right there on the edge of K Village, and right over my left shoulder is a vet. I know there's another pet store on the other side of the street. Boone and I walk in there. I think it's called King Kong Pet Store. And there it is. It's called JP Animal Hospital. You know, I've walked by here hundreds of times, and I've never gone up this little alley. I suspect it dead ends, but I'm going to walk it right now. The only reason I'm guessing it dead ends is I've been on that other street trying to take a shortcut over here, and I couldn't figure out how. So let's see what it does from this side. It looks like many of the businesses on the main Soi 26. This is the back entrance, parking garage, that kind of thing. And a couple of cool private homes tucked away in between the huge condos. Nice quiet little street, maybe a 3-minute walk to get over to the grocery stores. It'll be nice if there's some little 6 or 8 unit apartment building tucked away. You just kind of have to get out and walk around and find these little hidden gems. Here you go. Looks like probably an international school. I had no idea it was tucked away back here. I've never been on this little, I'll call it a side Soi. Yeah, this is all school over here. Everybody's in their scout uniforms. It's day is today? Thursday. Maybe that's put the uniform on day. Okay, it's gonna dead end back here, but at least I took a look. Way off in the distance, right there, and I apologize for the voice. That is the Waterford Diamond on Soi 30 and a half. I know it's a diamond property. I don't know if it's the Waterford Diamond or the Waterford Diamond Place. Anyhow, that is a real popular building. It's older. I want to say, I'll guess, built in the 80s or 90s. And they are pretty large units. It's not going to be cheap, but you can, off the top of my head, under 50,000 baht for a 70 square meter. I think that is what I saw. I looked at 3 units in there. Again, I could be wrong. This is going by 2-year memory. And getting our boundaries, that Waterford building is on Sukhumvit. It's closer to Thong La BTS than it is Phrom Phong, but it's not a far walk either way. There's a little doggy hanging out. He might be defending his car shop. So I think I'm going to spin a U-turn. Here it is. Yeah, dead ends down there. I was hoping there was a way to sneak through into that neighborhood where that building is. There's a bunch of interesting apartments and condos back there. It's Soi 26. 26 kind of forks off in 4 different directions. This looks like I don't know what it's a JP garage. Being a mailman my whole life, I can size up a dog pretty fast. kind of smiling at me, waving his tail a little bit. That dog is not a problem. Yet, if I were to just walk up right on him, he might remind me who's in charge, who's on guard duty, guarding the snap-on tools. And I just asked a nice expat couple, I think they're from Australia, they were walking over to that school, I assume, and I said, hey, do you know this area? Can you sneak through in the direction of that Waterford building? Is there, a little tiny way? And he said, no can do. So that's good to know. Bangkok, it does a lot of that, these dead ends, mostly for these motorbike guys. If there were enough room for that person on a motorbike, they would be zipping through there. But sometimes there are these little shortcuts with a cement pole, just enough for a person to squeak by, and I like finding all those hidden spots. And I'm back out here in front of the animal hospital. The pet taxi says it's 24 hours. This is the parking garage to the K Village. The Via Market where I'm heading is right over there. But I'm gonna walk around the Japanese village. I forget what it's called. I'll get the sign up there. Not Nakamochi Village or something. It's a series of Japanese restaurants, really nice. Plus some of the surrounding area, like straight ahead, some higher end sushi restaurants. There's also a nice condo building here and over here. I'll get you the names of those. And it's the Promsuk condominium. They look beautiful. And here's the Neomachi, bunch of Japanese restaurants and a really nice bakery down below. That same bakery also has a branch in Tongla off of Soi 55, way up in like Tongla Soi 17 area. And we'll come over here. Those large buildings are on Rama 4. That's the Channel 3 TV building. And on the other side here is Shinsoko Sushi, and the letters are missing on that, but it's another Japanese restaurant. There's another, I'm gonna watch for traffic here. There's another little alley here. I'm gonna walk down here, but I think it is just the back entrances for these buildings. But I won't know until I go down and explore. See, these are the areas I like. I have zero complaints with my condo. You never know if there are a couple of apartments tucked away back here. How cool is that? In your minutes to the grocery store. You're a little tucked away back here from the, in fact, I think I know where I'm at. You're tucked away from the BTS Prompong, and there's no train on Rama 4. You can take a bus up and you're at the MRT Queen Sirikit. For commuting every day, maybe it's a hassle. For being retired, no big deal. Look at this, Mia Restaurant. You'd think you have it all figured out, and then you find a new street. What the heck, I'm gonna walk all the way to the end. I think this motorbike's gonna go all the way to the end and take a left, and I think you're gonna pop out down in the, shoot. There's a pizza parlor down there, and then it ultimately pops out on Sukhumvit down by, kind of by Tongla BTS, I think Soi 36. Then again, it could dead end. Let's walk down there and take a look. I am rocking the flip-flops. I wasn't planning on hiking around a couple of miles today, but well, a couple of miles, no big deal. I'm probably gonna do 5 when all is said and done. Now those appear to be pretty darn expensive units just based by those balconies, and it looks like there's 2 apartments per floor, but some of these 6 and 8 story buildings tucked away on these nice calm streets, you can find some amazing apartments compared to a little more cookie cutter. This building back here, that's the type building I live in. Now mine's 25 years old or whatever, but they're definitely going to be smaller and have a little less character than some of these buildings, and nice little quiet subsoys. And I didn't know this was back here. Twinkle Pet Park, Japanese style grooming. Grooming, dog and cat, pet hotel, dog run, pet clinic on Sunday. And I've lost track of what street I'm on. This says Vana Residence. And this building, it doesn't even really have a name. I see a Mercedes sitting there in the parking lot. But they sure seem to be spacious sized units, a little bit older. And here's a cool building, the Shea, M-O-I, Shea Moy. A little bit of a French feel. Oh, here's the name of that one apartment complex. What is that? The Bon Sahastini? I don't know. Apartments for rent. 2 and 3 bedrooms, fully furnished. Kitchen, internet, cable, swimming pool. There's the telephone number. They have a little rent-a-scooter business back here. I'm sure this probably caters more towards talking to the ladies down in your condo office and, hey, you know, where can I rent a scooter? And they have an arrangement worked out with an outfit like this, and they zoom it over there. This certainly isn't on the beaten path. And here's a little shop set up in a, I'll call it a townhouse. They probably live upstairs, called Jigger's Bar Supply. Next door to whatever Smart Plus Cell Korea is. I think that's wine. And that's it. We're dead end here. I was hoping I could see what this little building was at the end, but that is over on that, probably the Soi 36 side. So I'm going to spin a U-turn, head back over to the Via Market. Just getting our boundaries, that building straight ahead is the one next to the pet hospital. And on the other side is the main Soi 26. You'd take a right. I'll call it a 12-minute walk to BTS Prompong. If you went to the left, 3-minute walk to Big C and Lotus on Rama 4. And that is where we just came from. That's the Waterford building on Sukhumvit, way off in the distance. Soi 30/1. That is Sukhumvit Soi 26 straight ahead if you see the traffic, and the animal hospital on the right. This is K Village over here on the left. And the Nihon Machi, I'll call it Japanese restaurant village. If we go over here, there's another nice apartment building here. I'll get you the name when I get up to it. If you're into tennis, at the base of that, whatever it is, 10-story building straight ahead is a tennis academy, and I don't know what they have, at least 4 courts. I think you can go in there with instructors. There's also off to the left a covered indoor soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. I think right there where that little white car popped out. I can't even read the name. It's kind of hidden away in the flowers. But feet from K Village. They look beautiful. And I never saw this, Raintree International School, Sukhumvit. That is Rama 4 straight ahead. Over here, you can see the Lotus sign on Rama 4, and the Big C is on this side. Here's the Japanese village, and you can cut through there and pop out in the K Village. Those big high rises in the background are on Sukhumvit Soi 24, and maybe one is on 22. That's how close we are. Let me walk back here. What was it called? The Raintree? Right there is the football soccer stadium. It's covered, but it's outdoor. And that must be the school straight ahead. And just going by memory, if you take a right here at the football stadium, that is where you'll find the, I'm calling it a tennis academy. I know they had signs up for lessons. In fact, this kid's walking with his tennis racket. And here's the Raintree School. It looks pretty quiet. Looks like everybody's taken off for the day. In most of these international schools, it says kindergarten, 1 to 5 years old. Okay, so it's just for smaller kids, but they'll have these buses to hustle you back to your condos. And this is a little bit unusual. These are Western style homes. I mean, this could be sitting in San Diego, little grass lawn. Usually you'll see, even if it's brand new, more of like a 4-story townhome. And this is how the rich people get around town. There's no limousines here. Fancy tricked out Toyota vans. And here's what I'm talking about to avoid motorbikes cutting through here. You'll find these little obstacles. Not that this is a major shortcut, but they'll cut anytime they can. This is a little shopping center over here. I forget the name. It's just two-story. There's a burger place in there, but for the most part, it's just little Thai shops. And then over here, where you see the Quonset hut looking deal, that is the tennis academy. That's Channel 3, and those two buildings are on Rama 4. I am going over here, and that's the Via Market right there. And I am seeing a sign down there, the tennis place. It's called Noah BKK 26. And more rich people. This time of day, that car is dispatched to bring the kids home from school. Here's that little shopping center. Just looking in there, it's kind of geared for younger kids. This is a little play area, and there are different stores for learning toys. Here's a nice shot of all the beautiful buildings down on 24. You can see the Marriott. I hate to keep sticking my finger in the camera, but right there is the Marriott service departments that are kind of far down Soi 24. From there to the BTS, it's over a 10-minute walk. We might as well cut through that little shopping center. What is this? I thought this was a little bakery, but it says they have a Sunday roast with roast beef, leg of lamb. 880 baht. Okay. Red Knight Cheese Club Cafe. And that is the burger place I was thinking of, Smizzle. Place called Milk. But it appears to be getting pedicures or something. Little Mermaid. That's a bakery. Some eyelash places. It's just a little two-story number. Smizzle Burger. We smash burger like no others. Moving here in March of 2025. Well, it's already open. You know what? I take it back. I think that was another burger place, and it's changed hands. They probably are just using the same equipment. So it's Bambini. I'm going to call it Via. People are going to say, why do you keep saying Via instead of Villa? I also say tortilla, not tortilla. And there's the big C. Big bus up ahead. I think maybe it's a blood bank or something. But right over here, that is where I'm heading to. Via Market, not Villa Market, unless you're 99.9% of the people that say Villa Market. I'm still holding out. I don't know why I thought that was a blood bank bus. It's just some kind of private bus dropping off shoppers at the Big C. That brings up an interesting point. I asked twice at Bumrungrad. One person said, oh, I don't know the answer, and then the next person said, you cannot donate blood here at the hospital. You need to go to the Thai Red Cross over by Lumpini Park. And my girlfriend, she does just that. She has you have to go there. I think they test your blood. I don't know, for HIV, something. And then they give you a blood donation card, and that you show them every time you want to give blood. So it's not a slam dunk. I'm kind of a give blood guy, because you never know when I'm going to need blood. But if you're wanting to do the same thing, you might have to look into going to the Thai Red Cross. And here's a little shot of the two condo buildings right next to the Japanese village. Very nice. Straight ahead, those white buildings, they're towards the end of Sukhumvit Soi 24. Right at the base of those, somebody had just left a comment that they're staying at the old school Davis Hotel on Soi 24. That's where you'll find it. It's closer to Rama 4 than it is Sukhumvit, but from there to walk up to the BTS, less than 15 minutes. Where that building is with the big antenna on it, that's the Prampong BTS. That's the UOB Bank building. And here it is, like my long lost relative Pancho Villa. If I were to say Pancho Villa, my grandma would have cracked my knuckles. Now this location closes at 10 p.m. The Via Market up at the top of Soi what is it? It's 30, in between 33 and a half, kind of by O'Shea's Tavern. It stays open 24 hours, which is convenient if you're a night owl like me. But down here, 10 p.m., that's more an average time. The Big C and Lotus, they also close at 10. I think they also open as late as 10 a.m. I am going to grab my supplies and walk on home. I really appreciate you following along with me. And once again, everybody that stopped off at O'Shea's, we had a great time. Yeah, come on down to one of the meetups. It's not about hanging out with me. It's meeting other expats, and sure, you can pick my brain for what little knowledge I have, but there were guys there that also owned condos here. They've lived here longer than me. They're just stumbled upon my channel for whatever reason and came on out to the meetup. So it's a great place to trade information and just meet some other guys in the area. So take it easy. Have a great afternoon, and there'll be more videos to come. There'll be more meetups to come. We'll see you later. Oh, I will show you this real quick. My pizza skills are coming along. I'm loving it. That's what is that, a Hawaiian? And I've got a couple of pepperonis over here ready to go. Throw those in the freezer for a week or two from now. Good midnight snack.